So which Hilton card should you actually get? If you've looked into this at all, you've probably seen a dozen best credit cards lists that all disagree with each other and promote to you different cards that just don't feel right. That's why today I'm cutting through the noise on the Hilton lineup of credit cards. I'll tell you what you need to know, what doesn't really matter, and help make sense of the points and benefits that you can get so you can save money at the end of the day, but still get the experiences that before you wouldn't have tapped into otherwise. Let's dive right on in. Today, I'm going to break down the three Hilton cards in a way that just makes sense, from the perspective of a traveler who wants to get out, save money, earn some points in the process to create better experiences, and free stays at Hilton properties. After all, that's where I come from myself and what I talk about all the time on this credit card channel. We're going to start with the most basic $0 annual fee card today and work our way up all the way to Hilton's top card, which costs hundreds of dollars a year to hold. You'll learn all about the rewards each card generates, the benefits included in each, and what I think is truly the right person to experience the most success with each card. However, before we get started, we have to talk about exactly how Hilton Honors points work. Because without Hilton Honors points, well, they're the fabric that holds all these cards and the bookings at Hilton properties together. You have to understand how these points function. First of all, listen to me when I say this. Point value matters. Now, standard general travel credit cards make the rewards worth about 1 cent each. That means if you earn 10,000 Chase points, for example, those Chase points at 1 cent per point are worth about $100 in travel rewards value for you to spend how you'd like. Hotel branded credit cards, for whatever reason, are notorious for having extremely poor redemption values. For example, you may earn the same 10,000 Hilton Honors points, but instead of being worth $100 like they would be in a general travel point currency, those points realistically may be worth only $40 in cash value to you when redeeming for Hilton rooms. Now, all this sounds bad in general. Hotel cards, as I said, generally have really low cent per point valuations, so the currency you're earning isn't worth a ton compared to other credit cards that you may get outside the hotel space. Hyatt's the one exception here. And unfortunately, Hilton, this is a Hilton video. In fact, we have to be honest, Hilton is kind of the worst of the hotel bunch. So as other hotel currencies aren't doing great, Hilton tends to be the worst of them all in terms of those points retaining and keeping value over the long run. Now, that's not to say this is all bad. Hilton points are not worthless, and you can find great properties that will earn you way more than the average if you're willing to hunt for them. Additionally, Hilton cards and Hilton points, they're going to come in the door much more frequently than some of these other currencies. So while the points you earn may be worth less, you might be able to earn a ton more in the beginning. These are all things to keep in mind and keep in perspective as we talk about the three cards, starting with Hilton's first credit card, your Hilton Honors American Express card. Now, this card is the beginner entry-level card into Hilton. It's got a $0 annual fee, and that sign-up bonus comes in at 100,000 Hilton Honors points, which is really good right now. That's worth about $400 in Hilton booking, but it doesn't stop there. At the time I'm recording this video, you'll also earn a $100 statement credit if you sign up for the card. That's right up front, worth about $500 towards Hilton, or what you want to use the statement credit for on your charges on the card, just for signing up for this $0 annual fee card. However, let's talk about what it earns when you spend on it, because if you're holding the card for a long time, you're going to want to know what this card can unlock in terms of bonus earning categories. When you spend at Hilton, you're going to earn 19x back. You're going to get 7x from the Hilton Honors card itself, 10x just when you sign up from being a member, and 2x from the silver status the card gives you. All put together, that equals 19x on every dollar you spend on the card. You'll also get 3 5x earnings categories. That's in dining, restaurants, and gas. Finally, with anything else you put on the card, you'll be earning 3x points per dollar back. Now, because I talked about how these valuations for the points you're earning differ than a typical cashback card, I'll throw up a chart on the screen which shows you both what you'll be earning when you spend in different categories and what that's realistically going to get you in terms of real-life cashback equivalent. As you can see, it's a great incentive to spend at Hilton's, but for everything else, it's pretty standard in terms of the real value you'd get on a typical card, and I wouldn't recommend putting a ton of spend on that everything else category unless you're obsessed with staying at Hilton's, because quite frankly, there are a lot of other cards that will earn you much more than just 1.2% back on those non-category purchases. Now, I mentioned this card grants silver status. Let's talk about what those benefits include. This is Hilton's base tier of status. Silver gets you a bunch of different benefits, but the ones that really matter are the 20% points earned boost when you book, already talked about in the earnings multipliers, 2x free bottles of water when you check in. Those are always nice, not to have to sit in your room and know that you can't drink them because they're going to be exorbitantly expensive, and it unlocks the ability to get your 5th night free when booking award stays. That means if you book 4 nights all on points, Hilton will throw that 5th one in there when you have that silver status. Now, here's what really matters. I don't recommend this card to too many people. That's just because it doesn't earn great over the long term, but if you lock in a strong sign-up bonus like the card currently offers, you can easily get a quick 2 to 4 nights stay off that value with no upfront annual fee requirement. Now let's hop on over to the next card. On the remaining 2 in this list, there are much more exciting benefits, but also much bigger things you have to consider before committing to that product. The Hilton Honors American Express Surpass card is level 2 in the 3-level lineup. This card comes with a $0 first-year introductory annual fee. Then it jumps up to $150 for every single year that you hold the card. Now, the card right now has a very okay sign-up bonus. Hilton's offering you 130,000 Hilton Honors points if you sign up and hit the minimum spend requirements on this card. The best recent offer that we can see on uscreditcardguide.com says the most recent best sign-up bonus offer was 150,000 points plus a 50,000 point spend incentive. That should serve as a lesson to you that if you want one of these cards, do a little bit of research to see what the standard sign-up bonus is, and then see what you're currently being offered. You want to make sure you get a good deal because locking in a great sign-up bonus is one of the best ways to earn a fast amount of points without hardly any more effort. This card earns 30x overall at Hilton properties. That number breaks down from being 12x on your Hilton Honors Aspire card, 10x again for your sign-up as a Hilton Honors member, and 8x from the gold status that this card automatically includes. More on that gold status later, though. You'll also get 6x on dining, 6x at the grocery store, 4x on US online retail purchases, which is an interesting category, and a flat 3x on everything else, which is the same as the standard $0 annual fee Hilton Honors American Express card. Now, again, I'll throw up the cashback equivalent of those purchases on the screen now. We're starting to get into an interesting place. Again, spending at Hilton's is always going to be the best way to earn a ton of points quickly on this card. But the dining and the grocery category are now entering the respectable category for me being willing to recommend that you could still spend on this card regularly and get some pretty good value in those too. Now, those earnings categories by themselves, they're okay top to bottom, but things get unbelievably good when you combine them with the incentives and the benefits that this card offers. Here are the key ones you have to know. First, let's talk about the status. Hilton Honors Gold status is that first level of status with Hilton where things really start to change when you walk in the door. You'll get all the benefits on Hilton Honors Silver status. Plus, you'll get now an 80% boost when booking at Hilton's. I already talked about that in the earnings section, but just know that that's in there and that's leading to that big 30x multiplier at Hilton properties. You also get a daily food and beverage credit. And I want to show you a chart on the screen now about how that varies by brand. But just imagine the number of times you may stay at a Hilton, and then whether you're staying with someone else in your room or not, and the savings that translates to on having breakfast in the property for free or greatly reduced with that credit compared to leaving the hotel to go buy it yourself. Finally, this is the first card that really starts to offer you some space available room upgrades, although room upgrades can be tough to come by depending on the hotel, so your mileage may vary with that benefit. This card also offers a $200 Hilton statement credit. It's broken down into $50 quarterly credits, which means you could spend over $50 each quarter and be reimbursed up to $50 for your spend at Hilton's, again, 4 times a year. Finally, the big incentive and what people love about this card is it's the first card that kicks in a free night certificate. You get this after putting $15,000 of spend onto your Hilton Honors Surpass card. Now, free nights at Hilton's, they're unlike any other hotel brand because they're uncapped. As long as it's, and this is key, a standard award booking. If you see that when looking at a Hilton, that means you can exchange your free night certificate that you've earned for a room at that property. This means you could book what would be a $200 room and get a free night out of it if the certificate applies. Or you could book a $2,000 room at some of the nicest hotels in the world. And as long as that standard room is an option, well, you can exchange that certificate for it. What really matters to people thinking about this is, of course, probably that free breakfast on the gold status, the $200 in Hilton credits, which is great for people who go to Hilton's now at least semi-regularly to knock some of the annual fee off the card, and then the ability to spend regularly and tap into $15,000 of spend on the card and unlocking your free night certificate. I don't recommend this card to the Hilton superfan, but for someone who travels just 2 to 4 times a year and probably would stay at a Hilton at least once, I'd say it's very likely you're going to get your money's back, plus a lot more in experiences from holding the card as opposed to staying at Hilton's without it. Okay, pause. Before I tell you about the card that gives most people massive value in the Hilton lineup, I'm going to tell you about a tool that will provide you massive value in the projects that you create. And that's the sponsor of today's video, Gamma. See, you probably thought that because Rick has so much time to tell you all about the Hilton lineup and credit cards in general on his YouTube channel that he's a full-time YouTuber. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. See, I'm actually moonlighting as a credit card YouTuber at night, but during the day, I work at the intersection of education and college athletics. That means the work that I do and the projects I put my time into matter, and what I create professionally transforms the impact that I can have. With Gamma, whether it's a social post, presentation, web page, or way more, the impact that you're going to be able to make is going to jump off the page. See, in just minutes, using Gamma's AI tools, I was able to create the idea in my head of the value of the fan experience in college athletics and turn it into a living, breathing document. I could optimize this for a professional feel to cater to my audience, and whether it was making small basic edits seem seamless, or recreating the entire look and feel of the presentation at the end after I was almost ready to go live, it was so easy with Gamma's interface. Yes, it's that good. And after you're done, I guarantee you're going to say, I didn't expect that Gamma could do that. Now, if you want to make an impact in what you care about the most, use my link in the description below or the QR code on your screen now to try Gamma today. Finally, that leaves us with our biggest card in the list, the Hilton Honors Aspire card. And people always want to know what this card really gives you and if it's worth it, because the annual fee to hold it is $550. Now, the sign-up bonus is a good starting point. Right now, it's 175,000 Hilton Honors points. I'd roughly value this as being worth about $700 in cash stays for Hilton properties. Now, your earnings get really impressive, starting with 34x back at Hilton for every dollar you spend. That's getting 14x back from the Hilton Honors card, another 10x back from being a standard Hilton member, and 10x back from your diamond status included on the card. Additionally, you'll also get 7x on travel, which includes bookings with car rentals and airlines directly, 7x on dining, and 3x on everything else. Of course, here's that cashback equivalent chart so you can see how things stack up. Now, let's break down diamond status. We're getting into the highest territories of status here with Hilton, and diamond status does pack a few more things than that gold status threshold that the Surpass card gave us in the last one we talked about. You get, of course, all those lower level benefits, 100% boost on your bookings, which really should play a factor in your mind if you're staying at Hilton's a ton to maximize that spend you're already doing. You'll get into executive lounges, which are available at some select really nice Hilton properties, but definitely not available at all of them, and a higher tier and priority for getting your room upgraded. Now, the card benefits are what really make fans of the Hilton Honors Aspire card excited. You get a $400 resort credit here, broken down semi-annually. In the description of this video, there's a bunch of links, including to all of these cards. If you want to sign up, it benefits the channel, but I'll also leave a resource with the list of all Hilton resorts that would qualify for this credit. Check that out if you're thinking about getting this card and wondering if that credit could be useful to you. And this is nice, you get an automatic free night certificate. No spend requirement, it just comes with the card. Plus, you can earn an additional free night certificate at $30,000 in spend on the card, and another one totaling $3,000 if you hit $60,000 in spend. You access a $200 flight credit, broken into $50 quarterly credits, a $209 Clear Plus credit, and cell phone protection. Now, I always recommend when looking at this card, what really matters is if those benefits and credits are going to be worth it to take away from that $550 annual fee. The first thing people look at is the $400 Hilton Resort credit. I cannot emphasize enough that this is only for resorts and won't trigger at a standard Hilton property. If you're not staying at a Hilton resort or don't plan to frequently, definitely don't value that credit worth $400 off your annual fee. Of course, for most travelers, the flight credit is nice, but it's not a big difference maker. It really comes down to how much you could use the free night certificate, the resort credit, and wanting that diamond status that this card instantly unlocks. If those benefits and the higher level of experience when you walk into a Hilton are worth it, you have to ask yourself if they're going to be worth more than $550 in value, because if not, it's better just to pay for the stays on a different card or pay in cash when you book. Now, everybody wants to know, what card is my favorite? I review hundreds of different credit cards, so of course I have an opinion. A lot of people will live and die by the Aspire. They say the automatic free night certificate can wipe away the $550 with just one stay. And while I respect that, I think for most people traveling out there semi-frequently, that's not the best option. For me, the overall value sweet spot in this list is actually the Hilton Honors Surpass card. Card number 2 that we talked about. A $0 intro annual fee, and then just jumping up to $150 a year with the great multipliers the card has, the ability to still unlock a free night certificate, and what's really underrated is that gold status and the savings you'll get from staying, getting that free breakfast credit for you and someone else staying in your room. That can really add up, and that makes the card the perfect option for the vast majority of people. Now, since you're here for a card breakdown, I want to leave you with a few tips, hacks, and key points to keep in mind before you make your decision for what's best for yourself. Okay, let's recap 4 massive things to understand. For all of these cards, you can unlock a 5th night free when you book 4 award nights. That can be a great benefit. The Hilton Honors Surpass and the Aspire card both get you free breakfast. If that's the minimum benefit you're looking for, you're going to want to lean towards that lower annual fee on the Surpass card. However, both those cards also get you free room upgrades if available at properties, but only the Aspire card can get you upgraded all the way to a suite. Now, finally, that executive lounge access benefit, that's only unlocked with the Hilton Honors Aspire, the top card in the lineup. However, I want to leave you with 3 last tips as you're thinking about these credit cards that I haven't discussed up to this point. The first tip is that Hilton Honors cards don't have any specific family language about the order that you have to get them in to lock in those sign-up bonuses we talked about. A lot of American Express cards make you get them in order, from the lowest annual fee all the way up to the highest if you still want to be eligible for the welcome offers. The Hilton cards, as of the time I'm recording this video, don't have that language, so you can get whatever card works best for you right now, and still maybe even add a separate one at a different level and get that sign-up bonus too. Well, I just hinted at it, but tip number 2 is working in multiple Hilton cards. Some people do this mostly for the value of those free night certificates and stacking those together to basically create an entire vacation just based off the free rooms that Hilton's given them. Finally, tip number 3 is Hilton also allows you to book properties at the small luxury hotels of the world. Sometimes you can get some great value, and these are really exclusive, sometimes boutique or more customized properties, but it's a really cool perk of the Hilton Honors program. The free night certificates also can be used here, and same with that stay for, get the 5th night free policy. Now, I hope you enjoy this one. If you're really interested in the top level of credit cards, watch the next video, which is me comparing Marriott's best card to the Hilton Honors Aspire. Thanks so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.